Okay. Minister, Lord Provost, distinguished Mr. Jan Monsbakken, President of Rehabilitation International. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, good afternoon. Today in Edinburgh, this breathtaking, beautiful, and historical Scottish town, I'm taking office as the President of Rehabilitation International, which is such an immense trust and responsibility on me. First, I would like to avail this opportunity to thank all of you here. Your support to RI touches me deeply. My special thanks go to President Jan Monsbakken. For the last 4 years, he has been dedicated to our organization and made the important contribution. My dear Jan, thank you forever. My special thanks also go to our organizer and member organization, Show Trust, for presenting this wonderful congress. Roy, thank you forever. And I would like to thank all the representatives of RI members. You make all the way from all over the world. He come here for future and further development of this organization. It is both an inspiration and deep trust to me. I would also like to give my sincere thanks to the Chinese team. Thank you very much. You are representatives of workers for the disabled, rehabilitation professionals, persons with disabilities and their families across the country, as well as our compatriots from Hong Kong and the Macau Special Administrative Regions. I know you all have a lot of expectations on RI. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, today, rehabilitation is already an integral part of human health. An injured person could be reborn through rehabilitation and thus reintegrated into the society. I firmly believe that the work of rehabilitation has great significance and profound implications to 1 billion persons with disabilities across the world. RI's rehabilitation is to help as many as possible disabled people, even those with severe disabilities, have access to rehabilitation, thus to see the light, to hear the sound, to sit, to stand, to walk, to run, to equally integrate into the society and live a happy life ever after. RI have gone through 94 years, for nearly 1 century. RI has been dedicated to promoting the rights and interests of the disabled as well as defending them, carrying out projects worldwide, helping countless persons with disabilities with warm humanity. Today, it is indeed a tremendous honor for me to work for RI as part of RI. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, as a person living with a disability myself, I know all too well the profound pain persons with disabilities bear each and every day. I believe that the disabled constitutes as an integral part of a human life. The issue here is how we shall help them. Persons with disabilities are more likely to be trapped in the predicaments such as pervasive discrimination, and prejudice, visible or invisible barriers. In fact, those predicaments encountered by persons with disabilities are shared by all human beings. To realize equality, sharing, and inclusion are critical to develop the cause for persons with disabilities. RI has always been creating more favorable living conditions and the development environment for them. This cause is a noble one, I think. We should strive to improve the overall conditions of 1 billion persons with disabilities in the world, enable them to have equal access to rehabilitation, education, employment, and various opportunities, and thus enjoy a dignified life. Back to my home country. Over the past 30 years, China has also made tremendous progress for the disabled in rehabilitation, education, employment, poverty alleviation, and accessibility, and etc. Many laws and regulations to protect their rights and interests have been adopted. Their living conditions have seen visible improvement. The poverty-stricken disabled population is decreasing. Most of the provinces have already built up their own rehabilitation centers. Many disabled children have access to inclusive education. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, however, many persons with disabilities around the world, especially the aged, women, and children, are still in severe difficulties today. Their rights and interests deserve our attention more than any time else. Thanks to our joint efforts, the international community has paid more and more attention to persons with disabilities. In 2015, during the summit of the 70th anniversary of the United Nations, disability issues were incorporated into the UN 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, which demonstrated the solemn commitment of the international community to leave no one behind. This year also marks the 10th anniversary of the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, which is the most comprehensive international document on rights and development for persons with disabilities. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, in the coming 4 years, with my fellow RI colleagues, I shall follow the purpose and the principles of RI Constitution, as well as the newly adopted Strategic Plan 2017 to 2021, to combine RI's work closely with the UN 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and the CRPD so as to achieve those disability-related goals and fully promote the rights and the interests of persons with disabilities. The strategic plan lays out the roadmap for RI's work in the coming 4 years, with rehabilitation, human rights, poverty alleviation, and inclusive development as priority areas. The disabled women and children as priority groups. Concrete projects are global network as important vehicles and etc. Accordingly, we shall advocate the international community to make more efforts to eliminate discrimination, to realize equality, sharing, and inclusive for persons with disabilities, with special attention paid to disabled women and children for their survival and development. We shall enhance cooperation with other international organizations and play a more active role in world disability affairs. We shall upgrade RI global network, encourage more involvement from developing countries and conducting more cooperation projects. We shall make the best out of the expertise of RI professional commissions to support and encourage world-advanced rehabilitation-related science and technology projects, particularly those on the spinal cord injury, autism, and etc. We shall establish Africa Fund to conduct rehabilitation service projects and to train rehabilitation personnel, especially to provide assistant devices for the disabled women and children. I wish to found a permanent award for RI, to award those who have made outstanding contributions to our common cause. I believe that the above-mentioned measures will help improve the overall quality of life for persons with disabilities all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, 2 years ago in Warsaw, I said I would like to build a bridge for persons with disabilities towards a better life with my colleagues. Today, in beautiful Edinburgh, let's start building this bridge. The other day, over the EC meeting, Junken, one of our best friends and a living EC member, said to me, "Heidi, you should compose a song for RI." I said to him, "All right. I think the title of the song could be March On RI." Thank you. Once again, I would like to thank each and every one of you for your deep trust, sincerely. Thank you all.